Hey, it worked. Okay. Anyways, so it's your boy, Eddie S. Pierce Jr., author, publisher, and all that good stuff. And we're going to take the head off a little bit today on the business tip. Hold on one second, because this contrast is a little too dark. There we go. Anyway, we're going to get all that together in the beginning next time, I promise. But, let's see. Basically, I needed to do one of these for some time now. There are a number of things, actually, I wanted to talk about. And to that end, I have some bullet points. I actually took some church announcements, if you will. We're on this mission to get rid of the put a strike through that. In Jesus' name, no more ums. See, look at that. Right, we're working on it. But we got to get for some interviews and things. Shout out to brother Gerard. Man, I'm trying to remember the name of the show. But at any rate, there's an interview that we're going to be doing there, live, well, recorded. And then we're also going back to the SIP, which I love those guys. I love you, Isaac. I love you, Lennox. I love David. That's going to be fun. I already know that's going to be fun. But I want to get rid of these ums. Want to get more professional. So to that end, we're going to do a little extemporaneous speaking. Anybody that doesn't know what that is, look it up. Google. It's great. First thing. Shouts out to the Lighthouse Church of Chicago, Pastor Jamie Frazier, senior pastor. That sermon was so necessary, and I see from just the people watching it live that it's just confirmation that you're on the right track and you're doing the right things. That God's Spirit is all over you. I mean, I definitely saw that yesterday. I posted a little joke in there somewhere about how at the end, that Spirit just got so tight on you, it kind of bounced back on me, and it just shot you off the stage. I just was like, yes, God. Yes, God. This brother is doing some great things in Jesus' name. So, definitely, you all want to check out the Lighthouse Church of Chicago. I actually have the bulletin in front of me, so I should be able to give you an address this time. No, it's not on the bulletin. Okay, well, I'll make sure you guys get the address and the link to the church. But Sundays, 10:45 a.m., the Well Experience. It's kind of what a lot of us would call a devotional period, but a good time. It's centered and get ready to go into worship. And then you come into worship and you have the voice of Chicago, my brother Johan. Lord, if he does not lead us in worship right up to God's throne every Sunday, it is amazing. I mean, y'all see me and follow me out through the clubs and stuff. Hey, Jessica. Girl, wedding. I'm so ready. Anyway, we'll come back to that. That's on the notes. That just spirit yesterday, that worship, that praise yesterday, y'all follow me through the clubs and stuff, and you see me bop around and things like that. I need you to understand that is who Eddie Pierce is at all times. I am loud everywhere I go, in the right headspace. And if, something comes through like that little drummer boy does, I gotta find that brother's name and shake his hand, and it just hits melanin-infused chakras, I am going to move. But then you couple that with the belief and the love for and the appreciation for and the gratitude for God, the God I know, the Jesus I know, the El Shaddai I know, the Waymaker I know, the Jehovah Jireh I know, who knows me, mindful of little old me. But can't say enough about the service. You should definitely check out on my wall somewhere, and I'm gonna eventually make a YouTube video if I can with the pastor's permission. But go to my wall, go to my page, and you'll see the live video of the sermon from yesterday, and just be blessed. So still got a couple of to work out, right? Next on the list. Yes, so another reason that, come on for a segue, another reason that sermon was so powerful for me was that some of you may know and not that we're not going to put all the business out. But there are some family issues concerning well-being and let's call a thing a thing. My grandmother, so there's no confusion, Grandma Pierce, she had a stroke back in 2016. And you guys have seen some posts and things on Facebook where I was like, pray for my grandmother. So, that's like, not like I'm putting a secret out or anything, but we've been working on some things, and me more recently than some other folks in the family, as far as, getting health and home health care things taken care of. And some dots are finally being drawn together. Some pieces are finally coming into place, but I had to get a little further into the trenches last week than I have in the past, and probably should have done long before. And I'd have to give a shout out to anybody that works in that healthcare field. Bless you, for real, because we are entrusting you with the lives of people that are dear to us. And just that little 5 days of me trying to take care of my grandmother, we laughed, we cried, we shouted. I'm gonna say it, we cursed. I did. It's a lot. And so pray for the family continually. I already know that we're good because God is good. He does all things well. His word shall perform. I've been talking to him about this since 2016. He knows what concerns me. What concerns me concerns him. And we've already talked about how mindful he is. So, God is already good, but we are still praying for him on the situation. There's a train. And it's going. Hey, Frat, what's good? Alex, give me one of them little Sigma little emojis. Anyway, so pray for that. Pray for us. And it's such an interesting season because, on that side, we working some things out. It's what we do. It's where we come from. But then, I think that's the segue I was looking for. Yes, on the other side of the family, and it's how life is, right? You got two sides of the coin at all times. We are getting ready for a wedding, man, and this is my younger brother, my little brother. He calls me big brother, so I can still call him little brother, even though it makes no sense to people that don't know us. But I am just so happy and so proud of this young man. Oh man, brother, we go back to bunk beds and DuckTales and action figures and me trying to hide my toys from you. And you've been doing some amazing things for some years now, but this is some grown man stuff, and I am super proud of you. My not even new baby, because she been around forever. She been family. This whole wedding thing is just for show, and just to let y'all see some stuff, and really for us to party. But my sister, Erica Gardner, baby, I love you. We are so happy to invite you and the girls, Promise and Destiny, into the family and all of your family. And I'm going to just tell you off GP, girl, we are a mafia. You get in and nobody gets out, But whether you know it or not, we've embraced you for a long time. And so this whole thing is just really out, like I said, an outward show of what we already know, that your family, and a great excuse to turn up. When I tell you I am so excited to be with my cousins in my generation, we got to get like a cousin toast and a cousin dance and all of that in. I'm looking forward to being able to hang out with the best man, Mr. Adam Terrell Williams. This brother he's also amazing. We grew together at Mountain Church. We used to even walk back and forth. Shout out to Los Angeles school. I was just rolling by there and saw that the church is gone. I knew it was coming, but I wasn't ready. So that's a whole nother video. We'll probably do it over there. But yeah, man, I'm see you. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited for this bachelor weekend turn-up situation. I'm just excited to see all of the family and to see us celebrating something. Because when I tell you we are working hard at this Smith/Pierce compound, man, we are ships passing in the night. You know, Mom is doing her thing with the working, and then the T-Fit Fitness, and then you got Gary that's doing his thing with the work and the brother-in-law's restaurant, and then you got me with the RRP, say it with me, Rainbow Room Publishing. We gonna get that right before I start using the acronym. It's not Rainbow Reading, it's not Rainbow Reading Room, it's not Rainbow Room. It's Rainbow Room Publishing. Thank you. Branding, I gotta get it in. So I'm doing that and trying to be everybody's everything. Pray for me on that one. Just pray for me on that one. But we just turn up, and I'm glad that these shoes are rented because there's gonna be some heat put to them. And oh man, and the family that's coming in, even like we got family coming in from everywhere. But shout out to my uncle Donald and my aunt Valerie. I just found out that you guys at the wedding and you're driving from Dallas, and baby, I know about that drive both ways. And the last time we turned up like this was at my cousin Crystal and my namesake Eddie's wedding, and man, there's video footage of it. I danced for like 2 hours straight. There was some stress I had to get off of me, so I know already that this is going to be Bryant's. Oh, yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Bless Your Ministry, Brian. Yes. So, yeah. Wedding. Super excited. Just picked up the programs. And, man, we don't get to put on this. We get to take pictures. I get to drink a little bit and dance a whole lot. There's food. Yeah. Ready. So, definitely go ahead right now and ask prayer requests for that wonderful couple, for my brother Reginald Jerome Smith and for Erica Gardner. I'm sorry I forgot your middle name, baby. But yes, we're lifting them up now because, a lot of people put a lot of focus into weddings and stuff, but they don't put enough focus into the marriage. And so we are already praying for this union, that it would be everything that God intended. I was going to make I put it here right quick. I just saw somewhere an awesome diagram of how a relationship should work between two people that have God in their life. And what it was it was a pyramid. At the top of the pyramid was God. On one end of one corner was the husband, on the other corner was the wife. And the idea is that each of them individually, while working on a relationship and working on themselves, they're individually trying to reach God. They're trying to get closer to God. And the closer they get to that point, if you picture me, I wish I had my hands free, you would see that they are getting closer to God and getting closer to each other at the same time. And maybe for me, that spells success. So you, brother, sister, we're praying for you on that. We're there to be a listening ear, but at the end of the day, we're going to send you back to each other to talk about what you got to talk about. But we're already knowing this union is blessed. It's already blessed because God is just good. Next on the agenda, we're pushing back the book. This is one of the things that I was like trying desperately to get a video done for. And I'm gonna do all the cute stuff with the covers and the music and the banging Ray Silkman tracks. And we're trying to get some Corey McDonald to sing a Love Changes hook on that. But the original release date is May 1st. We're going to push that back to May 15th. Honestly, God was kind of giving me a whole lot of caution lights and things like slow down. And I just wasn't adhering to him, to be honest. And so, through a series of circumstances, he put the halt on it. And I can clearly see that, honestly, I was going to be doing my readers a disservice by rushing with this book. Because I tell you, just even writing a story, that was like maybe off and on. I started that in maybe 2013. It's about to come out in 2018. The majority of it was written as a draft in 2014, but to talk about a book that's taken, hey fam, I see you on T. The writing process took its time, and I always tell other people, and I need to take my own advice, that, good writing, good art, good things, good cooking, it all takes time, and it's done when it's done, and when it's done, it's great. So I already know that the story is super intricate and has a whole lot of cool things going on. But then you come behind that with, Dream Writer Inc. and Crystal Tillman on the editing. And then we are still in the midst of some of the stuff with the, what's called the interior layout, where you take the 8.5 by 11 size Word document and you shrink it down or blow it up to the size that it needs to be for the actual book to be printed. And it's more than just, changing the size of fonts, as I'm learning from my brother, Christopher Beckworth, with exclamation books. This brother, fun fact, he's done the ebooks that are leading up to this printed paperback, and this brother did so much with the design on the inside, things that I just didn't even think about when you look at a book that just make a book a book. When you're talking about like the cute stuff you see at the chapter headings, or even putting the name on like a hey Xavier, what's up? Oh yeah, we gotta connect. But even seeing like the name and the header, and this brother, let me tell you, so in the book I do a lot of interesting things to be innovative, and he just got right in step, which is awesome. But he basically would take things that were like where I wanted to show you all a business card, and he made it a business card complete with graphics. Or I wanted, there's a story where Cherie receives a letter from her mom from years back, and he took it and made it look like a handwritten letter in a book in the midst of the whatever standard font that I picked. I think it's like whatever font. But he's doing some amazing things with it, and honestly, I was rushing the man. And I honestly didn't even have time to for real review it. So I'm so glad that I slowed down and I have the manuscript on hand. I've had it for a week, but grandma comes first. And so this week is the wedding, and said we busy over here at 2306. So I'm going to try to read a little bit, check a little bit. My spirit already says that it's good because me and this brother have a long track record, and he does amazing work. And look for a endorsement video for exclamation books and Christopher Beckworth, similar to what was done with Dream Writer Inc. and Crystal Tillman. I'm pretty much going to do that with pretty much all of the Rainbow Room Publishing partners at some point, because you guys need to see these awesome and amazing people and know great things that turn into great books that you all love and are going to buy, right? For real, yeah, because I need your help. So moving from that, I didn't give you the date, sorry. The new date is going to be just in time for New Book Tuesday. Catch that. There's New Music Tuesday, there's New Movie Tuesday, there's New Book Tuesday. I ain't seen it nowhere, but I'm instituting it if it hasn't been done. So the new date will be 2 weeks. I think that's 2 weeks. Yeah, that's 2 weeks. So Tuesday, May the 15th. And like I said, there'll be an ad with all of the cute stuff and the sparkle and the shine that you know from Rainbow Room Publishing. Hey, Polypeptide. I see you, Tamika Lewis. Man, I'm going to have to do these more often so I can do shout-outs too. Next thing. So, wow. All right. So this week, and you saw me in the club and everything. I was decompressing for real. And I still am. So give me one moment. Pray for me. I like them, but I know that they're a bad habit. We're working on moderation. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I don't see myself quitting soon. But, one puff at the evening after a good days of work, of, in the future, coming home, or my husband coming home, and, me and the kids chilling and playing whatever old school game I make them play, and they call me a dinosaur for playing. I'm going to have a puff. One. Anyway, so, all right, so yeah, we was decompressing from this weekend, and actually, that's actually the segue than what I had planned. So one thing I was thinking about this weekend, and have been thinking about for some time, is that we live in a great city. Oh, and you saw that, right? I started to go put it out at the window, but then I came back this way. I have a little box that I put it in. Chicago, please stop trashing your home. I don't tell people what to do, but this is our home. Come on. Do you want to walk around with cigarette butts and ashes in your house? Do you want to see takeout carrier containers and like half empty bottles and stuff in your house? Do you like cleaning that up? Does it even make you feel good to look at that? I mean, I ain't saying that I'm no better than anybody else, but one thing I got from that grandmother, she used to have me help her plant flowers in her backyard. And that, I believe, is where one of my, I ascribe my appreciation for the aesthetic, for beauty, to come from, seeing things green. And that's why I got this, purple pastel pimpin' hat on, just seeing color and bright and vibrant color, especially for us in Chicago coming out of this winter. So just keep it clean. That's the best I got. But the segue, tangents. So there's so many great things in the city. It's hard to see them because you're dodging potholes and you're feeling some kind of way about the police and the taxes and the bag tax and the e-juice tax and the pop tax and what's going on in school systems and just, right. Auntie, clean up, the whole thing, holistically. We need to clean up infrastructure. We need to clean up the political landscape. But there's still some awesome things here. There are some beautiful things here. We are still a world-class city. And, even what I'm talking about is just a little spit and polish and shine. And then, baby, we could take anybody. Just know that. But it takes all of us. I am constantly rolling around, and I know I'm more sensitive to some things. I'm observing some things a little bit more because of that Oasis, Purple Heart of Texas, Dallas experience, and being back home and seeing things a little bit more clear. Sometimes you have to step back and look and then come in and examine. And so I'm constantly thinking about the great people we have here. And you saw a couple of posts that said, I know some amazing people, and they just are just that amazing. And so I wanted to at some point start a segment. It won't be weekly. I'm not even gonna promise you that. It'll be as occasional as I can make it, but a segment that'll be something like the pillar of the community, or as I sometimes call a lot of my friends, especially in the LGBT community, legendary icons. But pillar of the community, Scott LaRox Rivers, Gucci rocks. High Society, the High Society. That was the party you saw me at on Saturday night. And real quick shout out to Blake Martin, because I was just rolling around and I was like, I know I'm going to Scott's party. I didn't even look to see like what was going on. So when I came in and I saw everything roped off, and I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be some dancers or something. I can get with that. But then I looked up and it was models, and then I looked up and coming from the back looking like Russell Simmons was Blake Martin. And I'm telling you, these fashions and these models and the coming together with the music from DJ Gucci Rocks, that was just a whole experience. So real quick, if you ever are going out in Chicago, and I'm not telling you whose part to go to or not go to, but you have to at least make it to one set that this man does. I mean, the regular stuff is just not even regular, but then you come in, you add in value like that, what's $15? And you get there before a certain period of time and it's free, and you get there before another period of time and it's $5. And, if you doing too much like me, yeah, you get there and you pay the full price and it's worth it. This brother has supported my career in some ways that he might think is very small, ways that a lot of other people might not have even noticed or recognized. But just little stuff like letting me come into the party and pass out flyers. Or one year, y'all missed it, I gave out free ebooks. I had a little card and everything. But, just letting me come in and do that. But one of the things I just really like about this guy is that, I'm not gonna lie, the ability to turn up a crowd, man, that is a gift. That is a ministry. Many years ago, I got the little nickname DJ Eddie P. I was the little boy, the little Sigma guy rolling around with the Iowa stereo, AWIA, 5 CD changer, and the CD Walkman situation so that I could have my ones and my .15, I guess, .5 subscribers. It wasn't a 1 and a 2 for real. So I could switch the music up, no dead air, shoot the DJ. But this brother, I mean, the music is hot. He keeps the crowd moving, keeps me moving. I've never had a bad time at any of his events, ever. I've never had a less than turn-up experience at any of his events. Ooh, thank God it's getting warmer. Yeah, just, man, so real quick, and this is longer than I meant to, but that's why we're going to do a whole segment for it later. But, man, I have to give you a special thanks again because I came back home for my birthday 2016 when I was living in Dallas, and I ain't gonna lie, God was just kind of like, you give me that day, you give me your birthday, and I will make you a rock star for that weekend. I was like, okay, God, I got $90, let's go. And so I get home, and through a series of events, I ended up with $3,000, and there was a party trolley. Y'all missed that, but the right people were there. We turned up on that bus, but then it pulled us up in front of Club Zero, which is where the High Society, DJ Gucci Rocks, Scott Rivers, hosts the Saturday penthouse party. And so it was sweet to hop off the bus, to go right up into the party. And look, real quick shout out, because the man don't do it all alone. Franklin Reese, brother, super professional. I don't know all the ins and outs of like how the partnership works and who does what, but I will say that you be out there looking like some suave security, man in black type stuff, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't on that, but who wouldn't come in and see that gift wrap and be like, oh, I'll get my $15 to go to this party, it's gonna be cute. So, shout out to him for keeping everything real orderly or whatever. I love that he's just like real chill, silent partner kind of thing, at least out at the events. I don't know what's what. But, and then you got Scott on the other end that does all of the turn-ups. So I love that whole symbiotic relationship between the two of them. But, so he greets us, we come in, and then you go up an elevator. I mean, girl, we're going up an elevator for the club, come on. And so, and you get in there, and it's all kinds of stuff I want to play with and try to take pictures with, and my girls are like, no. And we get in, and we did the booth thing. I ain't gonna lie, I sometimes trip off of that whole thing of that VIP situation, but mine, whenever I've done it with Scott, I've been pleasantly, accommodated. So, we had our bottle, we had our leather couches, which my girls proceeded to act like Rick James on F Your Couch kind of situation. We still sorry. And thank God I saved the DJ equipment. But it was an awesome turn up. And so I come to the party, and, I hadn't been here for a while, and, I'm getting a little older, so more of the children, as we call them in the community, are coming out, and they're at the parties, and I don't recognize nobody for real. And I'm in there, and I know maybe, 10, 15% of the faces and maybe 5% of the names, and it's no shade. It just, love changes. I had a season, let's just say that. So there's a lot of things up here that are still coming back. But, so we in the party, and, Scott every now and again is like, turn up for my brother Eddie's birthday, my boy Eddie's birthday. And the whole club went up. I was like, girl, thanks. And it happened like 3 times, so I was just over the moon over that experience. But even without going like that, there have been times, and I'm not saying anybody else gets this permission, I'm not saying anybody else to even ask, but there were a couple times that he let me come up in the DJ booth. And so, like, as much as I love what he's doing, because I'm not gonna lie, this guy's like a Marvel superhero to me. I'm looking up there, and there are lights, and there's all this spectacle, and there's smoke, and the kids are moving to whatever you say move to, and, it's just black boy magic. And so I'm looking at it from down, up at him, like in these pictures I just took. But a couple times he let me up there, and I'm like, I respect the man's craft. He got to do what he got to do. He ain't got no time to be worried about nobody over his shoulder. So I'm up there for like maybe, 5, maybe even 10 minutes. And I'm just watching the wizardry up close. So say what you want. I love everybody. Monique, I love you all, for real. But pillar of the community, legendary icon for the week, Scott Rivers. That's my guy. I'll do some things with you again in the future. And, while I was at the party, already having a turn up, already, pressing and everything, as I call it. So my cousins and I, we had this whole group chat situation. If y'all don't have something like that, I definitely recommend doing something like that, or group me or something like that. And sorry, I got a text message. See, business calls. So we got to wrap this up. But yeah, we do the chat thing, and I forget what it was I saw, but I was like at a club or in the party or I don't know. These last 7 days was like 2 months, so I don't even know what happened for real. But somewhere in there, I see this text message that tells me that my cousin, I always call her my double cousin. Y'all just saw the birthday thing I did with me and the beautiful young lady. That's my cousin Trinette Johnson. We always call each other double cousins because our fathers are brothers and our mothers are sisters. So there's no incest or nothing crazy like that. Trust me, that's not how we get down. This is not Game of Thrones, and even then, I'm like, go Stark. But well, I love Daenerys too. That's a whole nother conversation. But so anyway, she's getting engaged, and I'm like, wait, I'm already turned up. My heart is as full as I think I can take it with my brother's wedding coming up, and then I find out she's getting engaged. And so, I got some intelligence gathering skills. So I went, because I know the brother, he's been part of the family forever, and I was like, wait, it's got to be on her page, it's got to be on his page. What did he do? How did he do it? And so I go to my brother Lex's, my cousin Lex's page, and I look down at this rock, and it says, she said yes. My hands went up, and brother, I can't wait to shake your hand. We already here like, wait, so, right, it's Reggie's day. We do that. We gonna do that. We gonna do that right. But we need like a toast. We need like a mini turn up on this engagement situation. And that actually brings me back to the thing with the wedding too. So I'm looking at all these folks, and like, I didn't change her diapers. We about 3 years apart. We actually was two that was like making breakfast and changing diapers and chasing kids back and forth from the park, and a whole nother story. And but I'm watching so many of the younger cousins that come behind us and just doing amazing things. Real quick shout out to Keisha Johnson. You guys know, the Shy. You know the Shy, whether you're watching it or not, whether you got the Showtime or not, whether you're borrowing it from your auntie or not, you know the Shy. And on there, you got my little cousin with the dreads. It's Jake. F you, Jake. Mikey Epps, and they are doing amazing things. But I'm just watching all of these folks that God just blessed me to be like any part of their growing up experience. I mean, we grew up together and some stuff traded off to each other, but of that generation, I'm the second oldest. Shout out to Darius Reynolds Sr. Looking forward to seeing you in May. But we kind of took care of all of the younger folks. Y'all know how we do in the family, especially folks of color. And watching all these folks whose diapers we changed, and we, had to spike a little bit because they didn't want the water, they wanted the milk. And, I mean, they having babies and they getting married, and oh my God, I'm loving the idea that I'm turning 40, but I'm also looking at the fact that I'm like, Lord, I still need to be able to chase after one of these little future princes. Yes, because words matter. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm making a plea right now. Reginald Jerome Smith, Erica, soon to be Smith, now Gardner, or I don't know how y'all working that out. I have to look at the marriage certificates on the table. But just throw me the bouquet and the garter. I'm a man of a certain age. I ain't got to be out there trying to hoop like I'm shooting threes, and I don't have no game on the court for real. I just like the apparel. So just right here, if I have both hands, you know how you do it in the football situation. Just spike it right there, okay? Because I'm just going for every little bit of whatever. And I'm going to just tell you, if y'all don't throw it at me, even when the girls get up, I hope y'all got ushers and officials. We won't need no, releases, because ain't nobody going to get hurt. Ain't nobody. But, I got hands. So, yeah, and I think that is everything on my list. except for still getting rid of the ums. Like I said, pray for me on that. And I'm going to, only one time, say, love you, be blessed, and thank you for your time. Like, share, subscribe. Help a brother out. YouTube, I'm coming for that monetization situation. Thanks.